But yes, going into a lighter note, please let them know what number 7 is, man.
Wrestling. Old wrestles.
You talking about wrestling?
You talking about wrestling?
Talking about wrestling?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. I
I
know. I
fuck.
know. I know you're a big fan.
I am. I am. I actually never got into it until I was about 25 years old. It's probably because I got a blue ass
It's
shirt
it,
on.
it's these glasses that just reflect everything. But
You need contacts, Holmes.
I'm not gonna wear contacts.
My girlfriend loves it. And I think it's because of 30 years, 30 plus years of having fucking glasses. She's just needed something new. Because you got to think the first thing I never even heard of it because having 20/20 vision. But she was like, I can finally wear sunglasses, and I was like, well, fuck. I was like, holy shit.
Uh,
You
well,
know, like,
I went the not this past time, but the time before that I went and got new glasses. I
mm-hmm.
got a pair of glasses and a pair of prescription sunglasses. They were
That's
awesome.
gangster.
They
That's
were fucking
gangster.
great.
You probably broke them, didn't you? Knowing you break your glasses like it's no fucking tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what your problem is. I don't get it.
Dude, well, I'm much better at this now. I used to fall asleep with them on and like roll on them.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's probably blatantly why you would fuck them up.
Yeah. But the last time, I don't even know, they just got bent
Mm-hmm.
one time in the middle, like right here.
Okay.
Like so they were like wire framed, so this middle piece was just like a piece of metal. Well,
Right.
on one of the spots where it connects to the actual like rim part,
Mm-hmm.
it like bent. And eventually over time it
Mm.
just got weaker.
Right. Worse
Like
and worse until it
um
snapped.
yeah, it just snapped. So now it broke
Mm.
in half here. So I can't even like, you
You
know,
could do that old school fucking. I mean, that shit's like the style though. Kids are digging.
no.
Like,
No.
let me tape my glasses in the
Maybe
middle,
maybe
bro.
for a Halloween costume, but
I don't
no.
know, man.
Um yeah, well my prescription sunglasses, the screw fell out and I lost it. And I know I could buy a
Mm-hmm.
new screw, but I just haven't. But so one of the arms came off, but
Right.
I just use it for like when I'm driving
Okay.
and it's sunny.
I'm
So I just put them on and
so
like
so
from
you
one
have
side
this
I
pair of
look,
glasses.
yeah.
Hold on, you have this pair of glasses that you're so lazy about that you won't even put a screw in and fix. That's all you need to do this. And you're just like, you know what? I'd rather make the effort of just wearing shitty glasses and awkwardly keeping them on my face instead of taking this 5 minute thing out of my day to fix them.
They sit pretty well on my face.
That's all you do to justify it. They sit pretty well.
It's
Like
funny.
I don't.
I imagine like when I'm driving, some person like over here is like, "Oh, he's just wearing sunglasses," and the
Mhm.
person on this side's like, "What the fuck? How are those sunglasses staying on his face? He looks like Morpheus."
Morpheus style. Same idea, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking me. No,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blasphemous Reviews. I'm Jake.
I'm KJ. It sounded like I was going to say something there, but like I didn't know he was coming in with an introduction.
Yeah,
We kind of do this naturally as much as we can, so like I didn't know it was going to be so quick. But yeah, hello,
I felt a
welcome
topic
all.
change coming, so I was like, perfect time for a introduction.
From now on, that is how we will do. That's how we will sync. Beautiful. That's when we know it's like that thing that you learned where it's like, that fucking.
And action.
That's how we'll do it. That's our
Yeah, yeah.
action. Well, guys, seven word challenge. We
Part
decided
two.
to bring it back. You know, we thought it was so fun. We got some positive reviews the last time we did it, so we
We're
decided to do it
definitely
again.
we're gonna do it every so often. So every few months we'll probably do another 7-word
I
challenge.
think we're bringing it back. So yeah, because like in all honesty, I mean, we have what is it? An episode come out each week, and it's what episode? This will be 17. So that's 4 months. 4 months of doing this shit. It's
That's
been a wild
wild.
ride. It's a
That's
wild fucking
wild.
ride, right? Almost a half a year, and then at some point it will be a half a year. What is it? So what is it? 52 episodes in a year. So
Yep.
we'll do one every week. So yeah, once we get to 52, we'll know. Holy shit! We'll have to do something special then. You know what I
for
mean?
sure. And then another special one for our 100th.
Oh yes, for sure.
Just
That's almost a year.
Because numbers mean something in our society. So
hey, you know what? I'll take it. I enjoy numbers. I enjoy the excitement of numbers.
True.
Like I turned 30 this year. It was the worst year to turn 30, honestly, because fucking COVID. Me and my girlfriend were actually planning going to I think it's Cancun, Mexico, where we were going to see Dead and Company and a few other bands. Yeah, we were going to see Playing in the Sand. Yeah, we were going to go see. And so, nope. Obviously, that fucking just, nipped it in the butt.
Right.
But I should have known better. Like, I was hoping, because that previous year, I bought Dead and Company tickets. And it was the first time I was going to see any form of the Dead. So, like, once COVID broke my fucking heart.
Yeah.
It did. Especially for that year. That was my year of concerts. That was the first concert I was going to. And then I think I was going to go see Disturbed. And then I think I was going to go see Dave Matthews as well, because they were in town. They were going to be in town.
Yeah, and they play every year.
They do.
At
not anymore.
Our local big venue is a place called Riverbend Music Center, and that's pretty much where all the biggest names come. Unless they play at, we have a hockey arena as well, which used to be called what is it? The U.S. Bank?
U.S. Bank Arena.
U.S. Bank Arena. And
it sounds like it's so fancy, like it's in fucking Idaho or some shit, some other place. But yes,
Idaho is more fancy than Ohio.
I don't know. I know. Well, they're the land of potatoes, right?
And beautiful mountains. I don't know if you knew that.
So they win. Yes,
and shit.
They win. They win over Ohio.
True. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah,
yes,
we could be like Louisville, which has the KFC finger licking good arena or something like that, bro.
I think it's called the KFC Yum Center.
Yeah, Yum Center.
That's what it's called.
Hilarious.
I mean, but KFC is it's masterclass for a fast food restaurant. Don't shit on KFC, dude. It's masterclass. You know what I mean? It's better than okay. So think about it. You're getting that kind of deliciousness. You know what I mean? Within a hurry. It's a QSR, a quick service restaurant. So you're getting that shit under 10 minutes. And so that's pretty fucking amazing. And I'm pretty sure it's shorter than 10 minutes, but I'm not certain.
I mean, depends. I don't know, but
I think it depends on the order.
They got the heat racks and shit that they keep shit on. So
right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't go ordering those $5 Phillips, because they came to the point to where they're just scooping mashed potatoes in at probably 9 a.m. and making those things, and they're probably boo boo as fuck. So
boo boo.
Yeah.
Boo boo.
So
what's our first word?
You know what? I'm not gonna go with my first word on the list. Okay. I'm gonna tell you it anyways, listener. But it's people. I feel like that one's very at the end, because I'm gonna dig hard.
We gotta work into that one.
I'm digging fucking hard on people.
Fair enough.
So we're gonna go with something pretty comfortable, pretty open, but it's drive-ins.
Okay.
So I thought about drive-ins I don't know, recently, because it was one of my favorite things to do as a kid. And they still have them open, which is fortunate. Not obviously right now because of the frigid weather that we're having.
Okay, yeah.
The weather. But other than that, if it wasn't probably snowing on the ground, I think the drive-ins are usually open. Anyways, we have only 2 within vicinity of us that we can go to, and thankfully they are still open. But anyways, going to my point, like I just remember days of going there and like my family, like there was always a $5 fee or a $7 fee if you brought in your own food. My
Oh,
family would
really?
always sneak that shit. They would sneak it every time. They
Hell
didn't
yeah.
care.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm not gonna pay $7 to
It's
bring
like
food in my car.
it's like sneaking snacks in at the movie theater.
Right, I'm still gonna do the same thing. And so like we used to cover like there was one time I remember with my family. I don't remember the movies. I'm gonna try to tell you the times that I remember movies that I went to, but this time around, my family snuck in KFC and they hid it over blankets and shit like that.
You mean they didn't
And
smell it?
they didn't I guess
The
they didn't
fried
smell it.
chicken wafting out of the car.
Right? Just hot and delicious. And then
That's
like
funny.
you get people driving by in golf carts and it's like, I know y'all motherfuckers didn't pay for that fee, you know?
Right, yeah.
I guess I'm forming myself eating, but like I'm talking as if I'm the golf cart attendee.
Maybe they were drinking their coffee, you know.
It could have been. Thank you. Thank you. At least they're doing something.
I
That
got
much?
you. I
Just
got
that
you
quick?
covered.
That quick though?
Some good coffee. Shit.
Like fuck. Some gourmet shit, Jimmy.
The last time
Now,
I was at
movie
a
fans will know
drive-in,
that. Movie
Sorry.
fans will know that quote.
I don't know that quote.
You don't know that quote. That's sad because you know this movie.
Wait,
It's
what'd
Pulp
you say?
Fiction, dude. That's some gourmet shit, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Isn't that his
Yeah.
name? Isn't that Tarantino's name in Pulp Fiction, Jimmy?
That I don't know.
I'm gonna feel salty as fuck because I feel like I'm just sitting here all high and mighty on my stand, just saying quotes, and they could be completely incorrect. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's Jimmy.
Word.
I don't remember. I haven't seen that in a while. But go ahead.
Last time I was at a drive-in wasn't actually for any movies. It was a concert.
Okay.
And that was
What was the
in
concert?
October. Papadocio. 2 nights.
Of course.
And it was awesome. They converted the main screen that they use into a backdrop and built a stage around it.
Okay. So you got your money's worth.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, definitely. There was it was super well organized. There essentially you would come in and you would be parked in rows, kind of, like at a
Kind of
normal
like the
drive-in.
drive-in. Mhm.
Right. But it was just like a big grass field.
Okay.
And you would park in rows, and then each section or each part around your vehicle was like your designated space. So it was like COVID guidelines, like, so you had like a 10 by 10 space in front of your vehicle that you could hang out in
Okay.
with your group mask free. And then
Right.
if you left your designated zone, you would
Wear your
have
mask.
you'd have to be wearing a mask, yeah.
That's just common courtesy.
And then
Common courtesy.
there was space in between each car.
Mhm.
So it was awesome.
So did you also camp there for the 2 nights?
No, we found an Airbnb nearby. This was in
Were you allowed to camp?
Asheville, North Carolina. No, they didn't have any camping, so
Okay, so you had to go to the Airbnb.
yeah, it was just, it wasn't even actually a only a
B&B?
drive-in.
Oh.
It was a drive-in and event center, and they had like, I think they do a lot of like animal like shows there, like
Mhm.
cow.
And then they got Jimmy the
prize-winning
orangutan.
No,
Is that what you're
like
talking about?
like
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Like
people
you
take their
know,
horses
Missy from Asheville brought in Daisy,
Right,
the
yeah.
7-year-old fucking cow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think they
Man,
do a
I
lot
came
of
off that
those
with
there.
the rip, dude. Yeah. Now I'm just picking out who Daisy is. I'm just like in my mind. I don't know who I created in my mind, but I
Brown
just
horse
created.
with a white part going up here, and
Okay.
a like white socks around their feet.
Most definitely.
That's Daisy.
That's fucking Daisy, bro. And she makes the best country fried steak. I just know it. Isn't that what people eat down in the South? Country fried steak with the gravy
Yes.
on it?
I thought we were talking about a horse.
Oh, no. I was talking about the lady. That's why you got so confused, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the
Yep.
lady. And then when you said socks, like I heard socks, I was like, okay, so he's on the same page with me. So I was even confused at that point as well. So we fucked that all up.
That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, driving on. It was a concert and it was amazing.
That's awesome, man.
Before that was probably years ago when me and you went.
Okay.
That was in high school.
So. See, and I couldn't even remember the movies. Like there's only a few times. I remember going to a triple feature when I was a kid, and that's when it was the best to go. Is when you got 3 movies out of the deal.
Yeah, you'd be there till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it was great. And it's either you could tough it out or not. And I think we saw Freddy versus Jason, a movie called Grind, and I can't remember the last one, but it was.
They were showing Grind at the drive-in?
They were showing Grind at the drive-in. And for people that don't know Grind, it's probably one of the best skateboarding movies on the fucking planet.
Oh, it's great.
It's my childhood movie for skateboarding. And I was obsessed with skateboarding as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I still like keep up with some of it.
I do too.
I was doing a lot of streaming of Skater XL when I first started streaming last summer. So
right, so that was keeping you hip to the
skateboarding community. Cool. Yeah, it was cool.
It's cool to see what they do, man. Like I've been seeing these kids. Like if you go onto our Instagram page from time to time, I just end up scrolling through Instagram and sharing posts on our story. So definitely check it out. But there was this kid that reminded me of like the skateboarding, the whole thing. He did like some front board shove it laser flip crazy fucking trick out of nowhere. It was like a laser flip shove it like it was I don't fucking know what it was, but it was I mean, I was looking in the comments because they didn't even know what it was, and I think somebody finally explained it, but skateboarding is such a beautiful fucking art, man. It's like, and not only that, keeping up with it, I keep up, like, so we're a little bit older, and when we grew up, Tony Hawk Pro Skater was our game. We streamed that a while back when the release came out. But like,
that was fun.
I love Tony Hawk, and I follow him. And like, that man was actually very famous for doing a 900, vert.
Yeah.
So watching him today, it's crazy. He was struggling to get a 720 done, and it's because he's older. Just
in his old age.
Yeah, but
he's in his 50s, right?
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
That's
and
wild.
He's still on the board. So that means he's healthier than fucking everybody. Like everybody else. Like that man has got endurance, especially to get on vert. Like for that, he still has it, So yeah, I love it. But yeah, drive-ins are great, man. I can't remember a bad time I had. I remember I had a redneck phase too when I was in high school, and I went with these friends that I had. They were good people. Don't get me wrong. I don't know about now, but
yeah, I don't know.
Right. I mean, they could be fucking assholes. I don't know. Anyways, we went and we snuck in a grill, and we made hot dogs and hamburgers, and it was so fun. I don't know how we didn't get in trouble. Like, it was a very tiny grill.
Slamming Budweisers.
No, I wasn't drinking at that time, but that sounds very redneck, and I love a Budweiser.
That's so funny.
Fucking
nice. That's definitely some hillbilly shit.
It really is. And like, not paying attention to the law. Fuck him, I'll make a burger wherever I want. Dang. Well, all right, buddy. That's high school me. I need to calm down. Except for I didn't do the I didn't do that shit. Not me. I never dipped. I dipped one time with a friend. My face turned green.
It's so...
Yeah, I took that shit out and I never did it again. So, second word. What do you have, man?
Duct-Tape.
Duct-Tape.
Technically, I guess that's 2 words, but I'm counting it as 1.
Is it considered 2 words?
And then there's a hyphen.
Okay.
So
yeah, 2 words, I guess, right?
Kind of not.
Well, what the fuck do you got to say about duct tape, sir?
I use duct tape all the time to this day. So
I mean, it's a
all
universal
these cords
tool
under my desk are all like taped together and taped to my desk with duct tape.
Okay.
I know I should probably find something better to use, but I'm never without duct tape. So
it's a universal tool. Like I said, man, it can always fix everything.
My ring light here is held up by
duct tape.
It is. I have fishing line tied to the ring, and the fishing line is then duct taped to the air duct up there. So it sticks very well because it's being used on the surface that the tape was designed to be used on. But yeah, so
I mean, hey, that's like it's a mini MacGyver.
It's great.
Dude.
It creates like a nice. I can change the angle of the light by adjusting the fishing line. So,
well, fuck. If anything, you're innovative, my man.
That's right.
Shit, you took duct tape to a whole another fucking level. See, now I remember, or the one thing I remember as a kid, going back, and this is what duct tape is. I always saw those kids that had duct tape wallets. That took the time to make those duct tape wallets.
I forgot about all this shit, dude. People would make all sorts of things with duct tape.
They could.
It was like, and then like the cool thing was to like go buy like pattern duct tape at Walmart to make stuff with, you know. That's so funny.
I don't know why though. I don't know what was the fascination with or the obsession with like a duct tape wallet. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Why do kids do anything?
Saw it. Very true. Except
there's
for
so
like
many things. Just like, why did I?
But a few things. See, when I remember, do you remember MASH? The game MASH.
Oh yeah.
Mansion, apartment, you know, whatever, shack, you know, whatever the fuck it was. We'll give that a pass. That was fun childhood shit. What's the other one that was like that? The little fucking.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called, but
the little folder maneuver.
You had. Yeah, you'd pick a number.
And then you pick a color, and then like you pick another number, and then they would fold up, and it's like, oh, you eat dog shit. Okay. Try again.
Oh, that's good.
Like,
yeah, I don't know what that's called. I can't remember, but.
Or what was that thing called with the string? You know what I'm talking about? And you make a fucking teapot, or you make the Eiffel Tower, or Grandpa's keys.
String, or like,
string.
I don't know. I don't know if that had a name either, but
do kids still do that? I'm curious. Like 2021, or are they just picking up cell phones?
They just have phones.
Right. Gosh, that's how old we are. Like we use string to have entertainment.
I mean,
I'd still do it. I'd pick up a string and see what I remember. You know,
not that long ago.
Long enough ago.
That's like less than 20 years.
I know that, but still, like you said, we're at a generation gap where they're using cell phones to have entertainment. They're not going to pick up a fucking string. They're going to get bored. You know what I mean? We didn't get bored. That's what I'm saying. That's a generation
gap. When we did, we just like made shit up to do.
Right. We really did. Or we went rode our bikes. I'm sure kids still do that because there's probably parents tell them like, get the fuck out of the house.
Here's the equivalent to the stuff we did is TikTok challenges.
Basically. We really did. We just didn't record them. And if we did, we thought we were doing Jackass. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. My name's Johnny Knoxville.
Like,
I heard an interesting story. I don't know if there's any truth to this because I didn't look into it myself, but Jackass 4, I guess are they making a new Jackass?
So so because of TikTok, I actually been seeing like apparently Bam's been just sloshed as fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say is
tripping balls, basically. Go ahead.
I guess they've kind of booted him out of being in the next Jackass, or
he's not getting sober. I think what happened is they've aged. You know what I'm saying? They all got drunk and they all got some fucked up stories, because if you watch any of the extra features like I have as a Jackass fan, I'm sure you did as well, you would see that like there's some stories that you really didn't know unless you've either watched their interviews or again watched their special features. So with that being said, I think they've all aged and they've grown the fuck up, and they're like, man, you know, drinking's cool and shit, but like we're not going to the extensive point of what you're doing every night anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's just alcoholism, and like we're not young like that.
That's just addiction.
Right. So not saying none of them were addicted during the early fucking films. Steve-O was heavily influenced by fucking drugs.
Right.
You know, so with that being said, like I just think it's a whole different bar now. We've all grown, they've grown, and it's like, man, we really don't want to deal with that shit while we're filming such a thing, probably. That's
Right, yeah.
I mean that could be personal. That's personal opinion, so
No,
I don't really know.
It makes sense. I mean,
It does.
It's just, you know, and it'd be one thing if I don't know, like you said, if they were younger and, you know, maybe, you
Still
know,
kind of on that shenanigan bullshit.
on the shenanigans, but like, you know, this is like they're like doing a career and like,
and they're older. Their bodies
making like
probably a couple 100,000, if not more.
Right. It's a big project. Like
it's not
a production. It's not just them hanging out with a couple guys with cameras doing dumb shit anymore. You know what I mean?
Because they've gotten innovative over the years. Blatantly, you can see by Jackass 1, 2, and 3, you can see that they started doing little musical numbers and everything. And
right, yeah.
like they're fucking gold, and I'm sure that takes time. And if there's someone that thinks it's like a normal day on set and can get a little fucked up, you know, then that probably gets aggravating to the director, the budget.
Yeah.
Like if it gets delayed, you know, you're spending more money, shit like that. So I know that's probably not what they want or is not setting out to do, you know.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
I think that's going to be the next goal in my movie collection is to own all those.
All the Jackass.
I miss those movies. Yes.
What are the? And they're like 0.5s and stuff too.
There's 0.5s. That's kind of the extended parts and the ones with like mini documentaries and shit like that. And then they also have Bad Grandpa, but that was just Johnny Knoxville kind of doing a story. But
yeah,
like I think like so for example, they talk about how much they miss Jackass and how much they wanted to do it. All of them did. You know, that they love being together and shit like that. And I remember Johnny Knoxville was still doing shenanigans even after, you know, they stopped filming. Like he was still fucking around. So they did Bad Grandpa. And that was kind of him where like he knew that his face was too, you know, noticeable now. Like everybody would know who he was. So, you know, he decided to go through makeup. That's where like the story of Bad Grandpa came around, doing like a cross country trip, I think to go see his father or his, the kid's mother, his grandchild's whatever. So anyways,
I don't remember that, but
I haven't seen it in a long time. It's something along those lines. But anyways, he would just do shenanigans throughout the entire film. And it'd be real live reactions. And it was great. You know. But yeah, Jackass is just gold. All of it. But going back onto your whole Bam Margera thing, I do think that they kicked him out because of his fucking shenanigans.
Right.
Going into all that shit. Or not his shenanigans, his
trying to get
addiction.
people to boycott Jackass and shit.
Yeah, he is. And it's like, bro, that's some just drunk bullshit on your part.
Like come on,
you know,
man. Like,
you know
Jackass
you're fucking up.
A huge part of your entire life, and now you just want to people boycott it. Like,
and your parents' life. April and Phil, you know what I mean? It was a part of their lives because first it was Viva La Bam, or no, that was probably in the middle of Jackass. But not only that, Phil and April were both in Jackass. You know what I mean? So like, it's like you're ruining a reputation not only of Jackass but yourself.
Right.
You know, and like I love Bam, so like I hope he gets better. You know, it's not like I don't wish ill will on the guy.
No,
you know?
I mean you used to own all the Viva La Bams.
I did when I was younger. See, that's why I fucking miss my movie collection so much. It was so good. Like I had that. I had Robin Big. I had the complete series of that. Do you remember that show? Yeah. And so
that show was gold too.
That show was gold. Unfortunately, that dude passed away. Big Black.
Yeah.
Listen, but man, Duct-Tape went into a fucking spiral to Jackass.
I don't know, but
it worked.
Shoot. Worked. Next word. Go. Number 3.
All right. So I'm going to go with beer glasses. I guess that's 2 words. But like
glasses, cups.
I don't know. I'm a man that loves all kinds of cups. So going into cups, I love the thrift store. I love buying cups that are obscure that you don't see all the time. For the longest time,
that you'll only find at a thrift store.
Only find. And like, okay, so I'll just go down the line of what I have now. I have Nickelodeon cups from like, I don't know, like
Hmm.
2005 that has like Hey Arnold on it, and who else? Ah, Real Monsters. I guess it might be older than 2005 then. Who else was on it? I can't remember. Angry Beavers, shit like that.
That's cool.
Anyways, I have like two of those. I have Batman cups from like 95 from McDonald's when they used to give cups out. And going into this, like I had an obscure cup from the thrift store that had a thumbprint in it. So when you held the glass, your thumb would go in this indention. It was one of the
Oh
best
yeah,
cups I ever had in my life.
just to
I
like
loved it.
be ergonomic and like fit your hand.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just perfectly. One of my favorite cups. Somebody was washing dishes one day and broke it. I don't know who, but they deserve an uppercut. I love that
fuck that
fucking
person.
cup. Right. Thankfully, I see I go out and I search for cups all the time. So the other day I was at Dollar Tree and they have a cup similar to that, but they have thumbprints on all four sides of the glass. It's a four-sided glass. And they
Okay,
have indentions for your thumb, any which way you grab it.
right.
It's a nice cup, but it's not the cup that I had. So anytime I go to the thrift store, I'm looking for cups. Back in the day, I used to be a knick-knack man. I used to have
Knickknack
knickknacks
man.
all day until they broke, all of them. But yeah, I
See,
love
I like a good knickknack. Like
I do too.
that's what this is. You know.
That came from that time.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm glad I
So
still
that's
have it. That's
that's
cheap right there, bro.
yeah, buddy. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
knickknacks are good.
knickknacks are good, and like the ones I used to have, they were cool, and like I felt like okay. So at the time, I just felt that I was like different, and I wanted to be different, and I also just loved collecting them. At a point, it got to a point where it's like okay, I chose to be different, accept this, and now start searching for knickknacks, and I did, and I had. If you remember, we actually had like a little area with all my knickknacks, and I
Yeah.
had a fuck ton, and like one after one, they just keep getting broke every time. And it was either from a door slam or just something random. Like it was
And
aggravating.
you build a sentimental connection to these things, so it's like sucks when they break.
It does. It does. And it's not just that. It could be even a fucking bong. I
Right?
remember
Yeah.
I've broken so many of bongs and like, fuck. Like, I've had really good ones. And it's not like it's just not the same. I'm
Yeah.
30 years old. I want to keep shit in my life that's contained,
Yeah.
and the things that I can control. And then once something breaks or it's like removed, it's like, fuck.
Right.
Now I got to do something else to add this to my project. And now I have to get comfortable with something else. And like, I don't know if that's a part of growing up. That could be anybody. Anybody could be like that. But it just bothers me when shit breaks.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Especially glasses. Especially
Right, yeah.
fucking glasses.
And I have like too many, honestly, beer glasses, like glasses from different breweries and stuff, because like we get some at my work all the time, and like sometimes we
You
just
just take some home.
end up getting rid of some. So like I have a pretty big collection, and I've had a few break on me, and it sucks.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, because
Because
I'm like,
all you're
damn
doing,
it.
I'd rather them not go somewhere, but I'd rather them just stay in my cabinet, and I'd rather be pissed off at them.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I got too many, so like maybe I should get rid of them one day. And then one breaks, like, oh man, I'm really unhappy about that one. Now I'm gonna have to try to get that back in my collection. It's
especially
that kind of thing.
ones that I only have like one of that brewery, and it's like, I don't know,
There's
like
not a duplicate or something like that.
yeah, like I had one from Epic Brewing, which is like out. I got out in Utah,
Okay.
and yeah, that one broke.
See,
So
so
it's
now,
like
so you did it on vacation, right?
right,
Okay, so see, that's the whole excitement of that. You get them for free at
yeah,
work, and then now you've sought out to go get beer glasses at breweries. So it becomes like an obsession, but also an addiction, and that's a good thing. That's a cheap addiction.
yeah.
It's not an expensive one.
No, and it's
So
cool. It's nice to have nice, beer glasses that. I
that's
mean,
also
you
good
don't
for a
have to
cold
use them for
pop.
beer, but like,
Yeah, that's also good for a cold pop.
yeah, yeah,
Or some fruit
a
punch
nice
or
a nice
whatever
glass.
beverage.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, no doubt. My dad
Beverage.
used to have a mug, glass mug that he kept in the freezer.
Yes, so I was actually going to bring that up. A good amount of my glasses are in the freezer. I have a couple mason jars in the freezer, and I have my Batman cups in the freezer.
Nice. So
Growing
you're
up,
prepared.
oh yeah, oh for sure. Like growing up, so I don't use those for alcohol unless like I want it, for alcohol that day.
Right.
I'll throw an actual beer mug in there. But I use those for cold pop because like if you put a cold pop in there, you'll see like some froth come up, and it tastes so good. It's just it's just childhood. My grandma did that for me my entire childhood, so it's like one of those things. It's a staple, and it's probably like the same thing for your dad. Like he kept the mug in there for his beer or for a drink on a cold night, whatever the fuck it might be. So
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I always enjoyed it. I feel fancy. I guess is this poverty talking? But like I feel fancy when like I have a nice tall mug with like some ice in it and a nice pop. I feel a little classy. I don't know. Maybe that is poverty.
Maybe a straw,
Yeah, see, dude, you're getting crazy. But I'd get crazy. I'd get a crazy straw.
Ooh.
I'd get one the fucking, you know what I mean?
Do you have any?
I have one.
Nice. I don't have any. I
need to get some.
When we lived together, we had some
crazy straws. We did.
Yeah.
We did have crazy straws. Yeah, like I like having the childhood of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to get rid of it because I have a theory about this, and this goes into people, and I don't want to go too deep here, but I feel when you're a kid, like you're always a kid. You're going to be 50 years old, and you're going to still have a kid mentality because that's where you kind of want to be. Yes, you're a grown-ass adult, but you're still going to have kid things that make you happy. And you act as such at that age, regardless of your age, because you want to be a kid. And I feel we never stop growing up. So whatever it is that you have in your life that makes you feel kid-like, don't ever get fucking rid of that. Don't ever get rid of that.
True that.
Just enjoy that shit as long as you can. Like video games, I'll probably play till I die. There will never be a day I do not play video games. So,
right. Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely part of why I still play video games, and it's a big part of my life. Is just like that's one of those things you hold on to, where you're like, all right, this is something that brings joy and takes me out of whatever it is that I'm, thinking about and not enjoying in life. So.
Right. And like I love still getting lost. 6-7 hours. It's a good day if you get lost. Because as a grown adult, it's not like you have 6 to 7 hours to play video games anymore. But when you do have that day and you can play for 6 or 7 hours, it's like that's a good fucking day.
Oh, dude, it's like the feeling is very similar to the feeling I imagine it was like when you'd get a snow day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're like, oh shit. Literally don't have anything I have to do today. No school, no homework. Fuck yeah. Okay, cool.
So I used to like, and for example, like when those days happened, like I was smoking weed at times because like I was a little bit younger and I was just like, man, I have these days because I was working and I was like, man, I have these days off. Like, what am I going to do? So I remember I would go to Walmart. And this is obviously before like this time. I don't think you could do it now just because of inflation and shit. But there used to be the $5 stoner pack at Walmart. Okay, you could get a bag of pizza rolls. Okay, a thing of like Lay's Pringles. They're like Pringle style. They're delicious. You can get all flavors. That's $1. You get a candy bar, and all of that is $5.
$5.
You get a big ass candy bar. Yeah, the stoner pack.
Pizza rolls, chips, and candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's accurate.
Yeah. Drink some water with it though. Don't drink pop.
Hydrate. Gotta stay hydrated.
Right. But yeah, I don't think you could do that now. It'd probably be like $6 or $7 now. But
inflation, bro. The dollar ain't worth shit.
No, but you know what?
It is.
It's just not worth nearly as much as when I was a kid. Like $1 won't get you nearly as far. Fucking this guy.
Anyway, so yeah, moving on. Next one, Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, so
what do you have for Disney?
I recently was digging through an old box in my basement and
Oh
found
yeah.
out I have a bunch of my old
Hold on, dude.
Disney.
Hold your phone. My AirPods just decided to stop working right off the woodwork.
Are they dead?
Like, this is not good. What the fuck?
Are they dead? Can't trust Apple, bro. I'm telling you.
Can you hear me at least?
I hear you fine.
Okay, you can hear me fine, but God damn it.
You can't hear me?
Now I can hear you because of my speaker. So, wow. That's a complete fuck in a goddamn podcast. That's lovely. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just do it. I got to do my fucking speakers now, so all right. I don't even know how to go back into this.
Anyway, so I was recently digging through a box in my basement and found all of the old Disney movies I had as a kid in the like big plastic VHS things. So like Fox and the Hound and Bambi and Lion King and all that shit. Got it
Right.
all in like the original fucking VHS thing.
I bet you those are worth money now.
Oh yeah, no, they are.
They have to be.
They
Like
are.
I know some of them probably aren't as serious, but like I know some of them are probably worth some fucking coin. And it makes me think of what I had as a kid with like the how many my mother had and how much they probably costed back in that time. You know, for a VHS.
Right, yeah.
You know, I wish we would know that kind of shit back then, especially with Disney or anything collectible in that sense.
Yeah.
And listener, I apologize because it's gonna be hard to fucking edit that part out. By the way, because we just went right back into the fucking podcast, but just bear with us. But yeah, Disney has so much shit that's tied in as well. If you have you ever been to Disney World?
No. Oh, okay. Whoa, time out. Yes.
Or is that different between Disney World and Disneyland? That I don't
know.
Okay.
But yes, I went to I don't know, Disneyland in Florida, right? Or Disney World?
I think so. It's either or. I'm not gonna be
Fuck,
sure.
I don't know.
My girlfriend will know. She knows the difference.
But I was like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I essentially don't have
there, but you don't have a memory, if you will.
I don't have any memories of it. There's pictures of me there.
Right. So it's like I've been there. I can claim I've been there.
Right. And that's why like I say I haven't seen the ocean and never been to the ocean, but I have. It was just before my memory allows me to remember back to. So
it's so shitty. It's like, parents, don't you think about that? You're just giving me a time that I'm not going to remember. And then like, and then the conversation's going to be up, and you're going to think to yourself just one day, like, "Oh, I've never been to the ocean, Dad." You're like, "Yes, you have, son. You were there when you were, 3 years old." Like, Dad, I'm not going to fucking remember this shit.
I'm not counting that because I don't remember anything before like 5 or 6, honestly.
Right, and that's the same. And I can barely remember things of that time. I'm hanging on with like memories of a 10-year-old. That's about as good as I'm doing right now. Is remembering 10-year-old memories. I remember I got excited when I turned 10.
It's like trying to remember dreams.
Double digits. Dreams, I don't know if it's hard to remember dreams.
Yeah, just like it's hard to remember my childhood.
Right. I think dreams are only 7 minutes, I heard. They only last 7 minutes. People think they last a lifetime, but they're only 7 minutes.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah.
At a time, but yeah. Yeah, so I've been there one time. I don't remember it. I would definitely go back because it seems really cool. They have all the new shit, man. Like all sorts of new shit there.
There's actually, so do you know there's a secret room in Disney World or Disneyland, whichever one it is?
I think it's Disneyland.
But anyways, well, I think there's 2 different ones. That's what I'm saying. There's a Disney World and there's a Disneyland.
There's one out in California, right?
That's probably.
Or is there one in like China or something?
There's probably one there too.
Like France or something. I don't know, dude.
But like,
no.
I want to but there's like a secret room. You have to pay like so much, and it's like, only you and your family can go in there if you pay, and it's like a waiting list type shit to even get involved. It's a secret society, if you will, inside the park, and like they get totally different service. Now the park's obviously still the same. You can't flip a fucking park over. They
Right,
just
it's like going in and you just turn upside down, and it's just the same but way better.
right. Gosh, that's imagination right there, my man. But no,
It's a
there's
whole new world.
you just
Anyway.
Aladdin, bro. You just fucking Aladdin. But no, I know about this room because I used to do so much research because me and my girlfriend were going to go there on vacation before this whole COVID thing. We were going to go to Florida, and we were just going to go and hang out. But like, yeah, there's a secret room for people as long as you have that kind of money, and like you're in, it's a waiting list and all that
What
other
do you mean
crazy.
secret room? I'm trying to understand. Like,
So basically, you have the park, okay, and in the park there is a building, if you will, where only VIP, if you will, let's say VIP people can only be allowed in. Well, those VIP people have to pay a very hefty fee, and I believe there's a waiting list to be accepted on this whole thing.
okay.
And when you go in there, like your lunch is different, dinner's different for you guys. Like you get, this real nice, I think, like whiskey bar and shit like that. And then there's like this and that. There's other things that nobody gets the amenities.
That Disney VIP life, yeah.
Right, but like I think everything's Disney VIP. I'm gonna walk in there and like everything's gonna be shaped Mickey Mouse, from ice creams to chocolate to like bananas, and like I'm just gonna want everything. I'm gonna want every fucking thing.
Yeah,
So like
okay.
I'm already gonna be a kid, and that's going back into what we were talking about, being a kid and like reliving shit. I know I'm gonna be a child when I fucking go there. I'm gonna act like a child. I'm gonna be excited like a child. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be a little boy. I'm gonna be transcended to fucking 9 years old, and I'm gonna see a Hercules or a Goofy or a Minnie or Mickey, and like I'm gonna get fucking excited out of my mind because that's childhood. Plus, it's just the shit, man. Like fuck. And there's a Harry Potter area. There's a fucking Marvel area.
It's a
Like
Harry Potter? I thought that was at Universal.
no,
That's at Disney?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Right? There's probably one in. I went to Universal Studios in California. That one was pretty awesome. And like, I don't know if they
That's
had a
cool.
Harry Potter, but yeah, like,
Damn, I didn't realize. Yeah, okay.
see, that's more incentive to fucking go, dude. You
Harry
can get a wand
Potter,
and everything.
Avengers.
And there's a Star Wars area where you can build your own fucking droid, bro.
I
You
did
can build
see.
like an R2D2
Man.
or a BB-8.
It's like
See?
it's like turning into like more adult friendly, which is cool.
Right, more man-child friendly.
Man-child friendly. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Star Wars. Loving Star Wars.
Bro, I love Star Wars. Except for fucking 6 through 9. Fuck y'all so much.
Except for mostly just number 9.
Mostly just number 9. I'm okay. Or did I say 6 through 9?
I'm so disappointed.
I'm sorry. Is it 7, 8, and 7 through 9? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 7 through 9. 7, 8, 9.
So like, yeah, I hated number 9 so much. And I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but I will explain my theory. Palpatine, stupid as fuck. Should have never fucking came back. Don't make no fucking sense. Dumb as shit. There's number 1. Number 2, what's that lady's name? The one that fucking dies in Kylo Ren's arms. Rey? Is that who I'm thinking about?
The main?
Yeah, the girl, yeah. Rey? Okay. When fucking she ends up dying, and then like Kylo Ren's holding her in his arms, and then he takes his last bit of power or some shit, or his life for her life, or whatever the fuck it was. Okay, and then she survives. I'm pissed off at that because of one reason. That bitch could have died. She wasn't that fucking important on some real shit. I could have cared fucking less if she fucking died. And then think about this. We could have got more movies if Kylo Ren would have survived, because think about this. He's a Skywalker, right? Rise of Skywalker. Boom! Because he turned good at the end of that fucking movie. He's not bad no more. He wanted to be good. He could have fucking trained, and he could have been better. See, there could have been more fucking storyline.
There could have been, and they had to fuck it up with that dumbass ending.
Yeah, they definitely fucked it up. That was it. It doesn't. None of it really made any sense to me, and just felt so out of place in the entire like.
It felt sped up. It felt like production was sped up. It felt like the story, they didn't know where to fucking go. I feel like they were fighting to write an ending the entire time they were making the movie. That's what I felt. I felt the studio was probably trying to push out a film as quick as humanly possible. And with that being said, they ended up pushing out some bullshit ass ending. That's what I think. Especially if you're gonna bring fucking Palpatine back. And what was it? Because Rey was like fucking family with Palpatine or some crazy shit? Is that what it was?
I can't remember honestly, but
And then he wanted her to join the dark side, and he said that it's in your blood or some shit. I don't fucking remember. Like, that's how terrible that movie was. I haven't watched it since then. Now, granted, I own it. I have to own it because it's a part of the series. But it's one that's going to collect dust out of the Star Wars saga. Yeah, it's one that's going to collect dust.
Bloody. I have the first 3 or episodes 4, 5, and 6.
You hold on to those. Those, if I'm not mistaken, those came from my uncle. I used to own those, and I gave them to you. So you make sure you hold on to those. I'm pretty sure those. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My uncles had those, and then I come to find out that those are actually the unedited films of the original Star Wars.
Before the CGI remasters.
Yep. So like those are worth probably some coin. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave those to you, bro.
I want to watch this.
Do you have a VHS player?
No, I don't.
Dude.
I have a fuckload of VHS, but no VHS player.
I wish I would see. I wouldn't see. That's my old school in me. I wouldn't mind going back and collecting VHS movies and getting a VCR. And the reason for that too is because of previews. Back in the day on 90s movies or 80s movies, they'd even have a little sales, like a sales pitch for like Coca-Cola or something. Or
coming pizza. Soon to home video.
Right. And or it'd do that little fucking number just to let you know that like another trailer was coming up. But I love VHSs. I love VCRs. It's old school childhood nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking. But yeah, Disney is a whole breed. It even doesn't. What's it own? Marvel. It owns fucking Lucasfilm. What else does it own? I know it owns something else.
I don't know.
I think it owns Sony. No, it doesn't own Sony. Fuck. It owns another company.
They're the second largest company in the entire world, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I believe it.
Apple's the biggest.
Apple's the biggest?
Apple's the biggest as far as money goes, I think.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe I'm thinking of just US.
Could be. I don't know. Do you know that there was actually a lot of deaths that happened at the amusement park in Disney World and Land, whatever you want to call it? A lot of deaths happen, but that's also because of amusement park rides. It makes me skeptical as a grown-ass man to get on rides anymore.
I don't know. I don't have a problem like Kings Island, which is like our local. That's our local amusement park, and it's big as fuck. It's huge.
Right. I don't think everybody has a local amusement park. By the way, I don't think.
I know. Well,
we do have.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't think everybody has one that's close to them or that close in vicinity.
Kings Island is huge.
Because, like, think about it. We have Kings Island, which is in Mason, Ohio, and then we have Cedar Point, which is in Sandusky, and that's it. That's in Ohio. So think about that gap. So if you got somebody right smack dab in the middle, that's not their local fucking amusement park.
I mean, local.
Right. Ours is really local. We could drive.
Ours is very local. Yeah.
Yeah, we could drive 20, 30 minutes and then we're there. So.
Yeah. But
I don't fucking rides anymore.
I don't mind them. I don't have a problem with them.
If I did anything, it'd be the Racer. The Racer is one that's at Kings Island, as we were talking about, and that was my shit.
That one beats you up.
Vortex beats you up.
Yeah, they took down Vortex, I think.
Good, because it gave people fucking headaches.
Yeah, and
I remember it would rattle my fucking head, and
it was like sinking into the ground.
But it was an awesome. It was also an awesome fucking.
It was great. It was phenomenal.
I loved it. I remember what was the one that like shot you at like 65, 70 miles an hour? Was it the Outer Limits?
No, that's Outer Limits.
That's what it used to be called when it was Paramount.
No, it used to be called Flight of Fear.
No, Flight of Fear is a different ride.
Oh, you're talking about...
I'm talking about the one that like shoots you right at 65 miles an hour. Like it just right at the start. And
you're
like
inside?
You're inside. I think that's called
Flight of Fear.
That's not Flight of Fear. No.
Yeah, it is. 100%, bro.
Nah, bro.
Now it's called Outer Limits, I think.
Agree to disagree.
No, Flight of Fear.
I'm not. I don't think.
Which one was Flight of Fear then?
Which one was Flight of Fear? Is like in the front of the park, dude. Remember I used to work there?
No, that's Face Off.
No, bro. Face Off's at the end of the park.
No, yes, Face Off is to the one in the front.
It's called the Bat.
Yeah, I know.
Bro,
that's the one in the front.
There. You ain't winning this one, dude.
All right, time out. Hey,
this one, bro.
Face Off was in the front. It's the one where you would go up.
Face Off was not
and
in
backwards.
The front.
Yes, it was.
Face Off is near drop zone. Face Off is near drop
zone. Top Gun?
No. Oh my gosh, bro. You're killing me.
The front of the park.
To agree, to disagree. We will have this discussion after this fucking recording, sir. We will figure this shit out. Anyways, going back into our 7-word challenge.
Next word, number 5.
What do you want to go with?
Pets.
Okay. I actually got a lot to talk about on this.
All right, cool. Hell yeah.
So I have 2 cats. We've talked about it. He's a cat dad. I'm a cat dad. I've had them since they were born, or at least one of them. The other one was 2 years old when I got her. That's what I don't want to talk about right now. I have cats. I just wanted to establish it again. What I do want to talk about is things that I've wanted as a pet in my life.
Right.
So one of those is a turtle. I've always wanted a turtle, and then like I killed one when I was younger because my brother was in the Army. It was a very small little turtle. It was probably the size of one of your glass lenses, okay? And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't take care of it at all. Like, or at least not well enough. And my brother just said, "Take care of this, man. When I get back home from the Army, he's coming back with me." I said, "Okay, bro, you got it." His name was Homer. He was a cool little dude. He lasted maybe 4 months. Died. I came home. Didn't even know it. He fucking died. I looked at him, checked him out. And so I buried him from my brother Jason in a shoebox. And like, I never thought about it ever again. And I was like, man, I do not want any turtles. I came back to loving the Grateful Dead later on in life. And I was like, man, I would love a turtle. It would represent fucking Grateful Dead. It'd be dope as fuck. Like, and so now I kind of want a turtle, and I've been researching turtles a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of turtle?
I want a tortoise. But a tortoise is like, they get big.
Yeah.
And yeah, like really big. So it's like, it's not one that I can keep. And they last like fucking 55, 60 years.
They live.
It would go on. I don't even have a kid, but it would have to be passed down. So I was just like, man, I'm good. So like, that's the only one.
It's like I want a tortoise.
Like, I want one. That's the only one I can really think of. Other than that, the majority of them that I can't remember the names of, unfortunately, the majority of them all are dirty. They're just dirty fucking pets. And it's like, I don't want the hassle of cleaning up a fucking dirty pet. Them guys are really easy. They're a hell of a lot easier to, I don't know, maintain than the one tortoises.
Really, though?
I don't know. It's just from what I've read and what I've watched. It could be all opinion based, but with that being said, I've also just thought about like, man, just it's the responsibility. And this goes into something you didn't know as a kid or you don't think about. It's a lot of responsibility of taking care of another human, or not another human, a beating heart life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, do I really want to sit here and take that responsibility on and then end up like, if it was to die just suddenly or accidentally, or if it gets sick, like, do I really want to spend that fucking money? You know what I mean?
Because at that point, it's, you're responsible for the life of this thing. So like,
right, for sure. And like that's why like, I'm one of those people. I think way too hard on something that I know is probably not doable. And another animal that goes into that is monkeys. I've always wanted one of those little pet monkeys that people can have that wear diapers. Now, granted, they shouldn't be out of their environment. I think that's really fucked up. But like, or at least for monkeys, like you know what I
you
mean?
take
Those
the
little.
kids, but you leave me my monkey.
Arlene. Oh my goodness.
Can't have two wives, do we?
Dude, I love that movie. But
Yep.
yeah, so I know that I can't have me a monkey, one of those little, I don't know, I call them Ace Ventura monkeys. That's what it makes me think of. I don't know what the technical term is, and that's if you know what Ace Ventura is. But anyways, another one I've always wanted, but again, this comes to responsibility and death, is dogs. I've always wanted a dog. I want a wiener dog, or I want one of those little fluffy floofer dogs. Those are fucking adorable, you know. But responsibility and death, like that's a big part of life. I don't want to fall in love for like 13 years and then this dog pass away. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Gosh, death is it's inevitable, god damn it, and it hurts you every time.
See, I will eventually get a dog, but it's not going to be until I'm a little bit older and I've like moved into the house that I plan on living in for like the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
I feel that, and that's kind of the same for me. I think if I end up ever getting a dog, the one thing that I've thought about getting too is like sugar gliders. Do you know
I've seen videos of people with those.
They're adorable, man.
They're cute as hell.
They are, but like it takes a lot of upkeep because I ended up watching a video and they have to eat like a special diet. They also eat like constantly fruits and grapes and all this other shit. But they're really good to have as animals and pets. But they said that you have to keep two of them together. You can't have one. They're like their DNA is embedded to like have somebody to be there with them.
Right. Yeah. They only do well in pairs.
Right. So.
Word. Yeah. I've seen videos of them and they look so cool, but that's one of those things where it's like, especially like with something like that where it's like kind of an exotic pet, you're like, what is the like morality of having this pet,
Right. Like I'm gonna be sitting here with this adorable ass pet, and then it's gonna die in like what 4 fucking years? Like fuck.
And then and then like I see videos of people with like pet foxes. And that's so fucking cool, right? But also, I'm at the same time, I'm like, I feel like this
They're
fox,
probably feeding like a fucking T-bone steak every night type shit, dude. So, I don't know, man. I think I'll just stick with a dog.
Right? Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna also be that dude that like makes sure that my dog is getting the healthiest fucking dog food or what's preferred for their diet. Like I used to work at this pet store. And they would have freeze-dried duck heads for dogs, among other things. That was the one that blew my mind. But like, they love it. They love that.
Right? Shit. Yeah. Hell yeah, they do. It's tapping into their instincts,
Exactly, and that's what I like. Is you want your dog in its most natural state, and the with you investing in your pet like that, especially a dog, because I do the same for my cat. When you do that for your dog, like. The longevity of his life expands because you're giving him his natural diet,
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's why I like
food, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Don't feed your dog table food. It's not cute. It's not good for him.
Yeah. That's why like I hate going downtown and seeing all those like yuppie people who live in apartments, small apartments with Great Danes and like greyhounds and shit.
It's
and
like, oh, because you could spend $2,300 fucking dollars on a dog. Good for you, bitch. You shouldn't have it in this fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, it never sees grass. You know what I mean? Like, except for patches in between the sidewalks and shit. Like,
right. Unless it's like
always on a leash, unless it's inside of your tiny apartment. Like those, I hate that. I hate seeing that, and I feel so bad for the dogs because I'm like, I'm sorry you have a shitty owner dog. Like, I
Or
wish
the
I could
same,
help you.
or the same that are in cages constantly at your house.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
kind of people
there
are
is
people.
some benefit to that when they're young to help like get them through some of their
Well,
like
yeah,
bad
that's actually
habits
like
and stuff.
potty
But
training or like getting them to like what do you call it? Discipline or some I
yeah,
don't know. But I'm sure that's beneficial, but like doing it 24/7 or like even when you're home and the dog's in the cage, that shit's no. I'm not
especially
cool.
especially as adult animals. It's it's different when it's a puppy or something, but when it's like an adult animal and it just wants to live its life and you make it get in its cage when you leave or go to bed every single day, it's like
Right. You're shitty. It's like the ones that I also see like that are on chains constantly and outside. It's like, listen, I don't care if you keep your dog outside, but like make sure it has a home, like a fucking, a sheltered home because dogs are meant to live outside. They are.
right. And that's why like if you're gonna do that, having a nice dog house is essential because like that's where it's food, it's water,
And its
where it
life is.
sleeps,
That's
like.
its home.
And like if you're gonna do that though, you should either A, be comfortable with it not being on a leash, or B, make sure your yard's fenced in.
I think this is transitioning. I think this is blatantly transitioning into people. I think that's what this is doing. And even though we have another word, I think I'm going to go into people because I'm starting to get a little hot and bothered by this conversation.
Okay.
And not sexually. I will say that. I'm getting angered right now. People piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Those people blatantly right there that we're talking about, you're pieces of fucking shit and I hate you. I hate every fucking one of you.
Savage.
And not only that, people that are disrespectful constantly in a store. Let me just go off of this fucking tangent right here. I am a decent human being. I try to all the time. I have a lot of anger in my heart. I ain't gonna fucking lie, but I try to be a decent person to everybody because I don't know what everybody's going through. When I say excuse me and you don't say a fucking word to me, I want to slap the taste out of your fucking mouth, you nasty bitch. And it's usually females. I'm sorry, females, but it's usually fucking females. And it's not the younger ones, it's usually older ones. Older bitter bitches. All of them.
Oh, like the old upper middle class white women that are like feel entitled to everything that they do in life. Those
some
ones.
some POC as well. Some POC, But yes, those white Mercedes driving ass bitches. Fuck all of them. Fuck anybody that's like that. Be a decent human being. Where if somebody says thank you, say you're welcome. Just be fucking decent. It's not
really
a hard
simple.
concept. And like the way I look at it, like for example, I was in the hospital just the other day for a scare that I had. Don't want to get into the logistics of that, but I thanked every single person that came into that door and helped me out. I appreciated them and I said thank you for everything that you're doing. They were all very friendly. There was one that was kind of a bitch, but I kept continuously saying thank you. I did that because one, I'm under their medical care.
Right.
Two, I know that they have a tough fucking job in the medical field. And three, like, I don't know what their day's going through. And I don't know what kind of spiteful, nasty motherfuckers they're meeting.
Yeah.
Because a few of them. Go ahead.
No, it's just, yeah. Even in the like fields where you would think like, especially like service-based fields of work where like you work at a restaurant, you work at a hospital, you work, somebody is doing something for you. Like it should be ingrained into your fucking head to be patient and nice with those people.
The way I look at it with that is you're clocked into work. You're clocked in. Now, if you don't want that job and you have an attitude every time you walk in, find another fucking job.
I'm talking about the other way, bro.
No, what, the hospitals?
I'm talking about the customers, the people, not the people working.
Okay.
I'm saying it should be ingrained in your head to be nice to those people.
Oh, 100%.
They are providing you with something,
a service, whether it be a fucking burrito in your mouth, whether it be fucking them taking care of you at a hospital, whatever the situation might be. But the same goes for anybody that's working too. If you're going to sit there and you're going to come bitter and you're going to be bitter when you're making me my food, fuck off. Go find a new fucking job. If I'm going to be decent to you and you're still going to be petty to me, you can fucking kiss my ass. And if I'm sitting there dining into a fucking restaurant, and if I'm sitting there dining into a restaurant and you want to be petty and you don't want to ask me, how's the food? Or you want to take forever and a day, look at me fucking multiple times while I'm eating my food, and you see that I'm out of a drink and you still decide to wait, fuck you, bitch, you're not getting a tip. I don't give a fuck if it's COVID or not. I like to be the decent person, and I generally give 15% every fucking time. And I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's what ends up causing me stress, is I give too many people the benefit of the fucking doubt. And at the end of the time, they always sweep me under the fucking rug. Every time. Because
so going back to the servers thing,
yeah,
I tip 15 to 20 no matter what.
Okay, not me.
I tip 30 if it's exceptional.
Same here. So if it's exceptional, I'll give you a 30% tip, but I don't give a fuck about that, dude. If you're a human being to me, I know that you don't want to work here, and I'm sorry. But find a different job. That's how I look at it. And
it's like you were saying, you don't know what that person's going through that day. You don't know if.
But it doesn't matter when you. Maybe you know
like
as well as I do. No, when you clock into work, that's what you're there for.
Regardless, we're not robots, and we have feelings.
No, of course you do. Of course you do. But that doesn't mean you be petty to the person that is a new table, for example. Like, let's say you're a waitress and you have a table that's extremely shitty, extremely fucking just piss poor fucking asshole people, okay? And then you have me. And the first thing I do to you is say, hello, how are you? And then if she sighs of stress, that's fine. I get it. I'm sorry. I get it that you're clocked in, but I promise you we won't be too bad of people. And then I go about my order and everything else, because that's what I do. And if you can't find the decency because I'm being decent, fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You have to give me respect and show me the same. I promise you, I know that you're at work, and it sucks. I get that. I've been in the fucking food service industry. It sucks, and I'm sorry. But if you're going to sit there and be disrespectful to me constantly and not give me a drink or not do this or whatever, and you're barely doing your job, you don't deserve a tip, and I'm sorry, you deserve your hourly wage. But if you're sitting there and you're going to be a decent person to me and I'm going to be a decent person back, I promise you're going to get your 15%. And I promise you, if you go above and beyond, you're going to get 30%. Because I love when there's waitresses and there's waiters. I've had both. I've had really shitty ones and I've had exceptional fucking ones where they come in there, they laugh with me, they have fun, they get me a beer, they try to give me 15% on the house. Fuck yeah. You're hooking me up, I'm going to hook you the fuck up, sir. Ma'am, whoever, I promise you, if you're being a good fucking hostess or a waiter or whatever, I promise you I'm going to take care of you. And like, they know that. They know that there's people that'll come in because they'll even have regulars, like, and they'll go above and beyond for those regulars.
Yeah.
But and then sometimes they fuck up and they get too comfortable with those regulars and they just see an everyday Joe that comes in and then they become petty to them. Right. You don't know who that everyday Joe was. You don't know if they would have gave you a really nice fucking tip. So it really just it does depend on your attitude. And it's like, if at the get-go, and this is probably from a waiter standpoint, at the get-go, if you get a table and immediately your first vibe is like, oh, these motherfucking people, I already know what it's going to be like. Fuck them. Be shitty. Give them shitty fucking service. Okay? But if you see people that are being decent and kind to you, or I'm sorry, the waiter or waitress is being kind and decent to you, then you know that it's going to be a fucking good one.
Right.
You know? And that's vice versa. That's with the customer being there as well. If you give that respect, you get that. And it's an aggravation. People bother me because of that. We all have to live in this world. We're all scared because we wake up every day not knowing what's what, and we're all just trying to fucking survive. Life is fucking hard. It's also goddamn scary. And what do when you go through that shit? You're blatantly just trying to have little vices and little here's and there's that make you fucking happy until your demise. That's life. It sucks. It's scary. But in the process of that, I promise you, I'm going to be more of a decent human being 100% of the time because I know that you're scared just as much as I am, but you just take it a different way than I do. That's how I look at that shit.
True. Hey, going back on just a second of thing that just going back for a second on a thing you just said,
Go ahead.
how people just try to find the little things here and there that they like and enjoy. The worst kinds of people are the people who want to take that away from other people. You know what I mean? The people who like talk shit or like, you know, try to rip on
bitter
other people's
souls. I call those bitter
like,
fucking
bro,
souls.
you really just got to be that upset about this person enjoying this. Like, let them enjoy their life and their thing. Like, and you just want to be, you know,
you just want to be a pest, basically. And that's like
it's
the one-uppers too, where it's like you explain a story where it's like, oh man, I got me this, you know, and I'm just gonna make an exaggerated number because I don't know, and I'm making fun of douchebags right now. I got this 1200 Cummins diesel. Well, bro, my friend just got this 2600 Cummins diesel. It's those people too that bother the shit out of me. It's like, why do you have to one up everything? Be happy that somebody got something.
Yeah.
Why do you have to sit there and do that?
I know somebody like that, and it's so frustrating because you're like, can you have a normal conversation without it being like, well, here's my connection to that thing you just said, but better.
Right. It's like, dude, I don't know.
Care, bro, anymore. I don't care about the words coming out of your mouth.
It's aggravating. And
you make me not want to talk to you.
It's exactly the point, and I hate that because it's like some people, it's just a bad trait. You know, they have good in their heart, but it's just a bad trait they have.
Yeah, and I really think this person's that way, where it's not like, I honestly don't think they even realize that they do it.
But sometimes it's just blatantly intentional, and they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, sometimes it is from people, and those people
can fuck off.
Fuck off, because then they're just doing it to purposefully like make themselves better than you. Whereas other people, it's kind of like they don't even know they're doing it, so it's like
right. There's a fine line, and it's just like that's where respect just comes into play, and it comes into that. What is that golden rule? If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. You know,
fuck that shit, bitch. You don't dick. I forget the rest of the lyrics.
I don't know.
But it's an Eminem song.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know logically. The world is confusing, and it goes as much confusion as the saying "please" and "thank you." It just gets to the point to where it's the best thing you should do, and if you're gonna be petty, or if you're getting somebody's business, or your ears in somebody's business, then you need to learn to shut the fuck up. If not, you're gonna face the consequences of what you did. Period.
True.
You know, live your own goddamn life. And that's all I can really say to that point is just, you know, be a decent human fucking being. It's not hard. And it's really scary that we have so many people. And it seems like it's gotten 100 times worse since this whole fucking Trump Kool-Aid shit happened. And then not only that, just fucking the pandemic. Both of those things.
It's kind of like put a little fuel on the fire, I feel like, as far as that goes.
It made it worse.
And, well, what's funny is I think we were talking about this last episode or the episode before, where like, I don't know, I can't remember, but it's like a duality thing. So like you have all those people, and you're like you feel like it's getting worse, but at the same time, on the other side, there are people who are nice, and I feel like there's more and more of that too. I think what's happening is it's like the middle is being pushed to both sides.
Most definitely.
So like more and more people are being assholes and like just fucking stupid. And at the same time, there's also more and more people trying to create positivity in the world.
Right. And like,
so you gotta avoid the other shit like a plague and find the positivity.
Very much so, and we need it in this world. I mean, I'll be honest, because this might be a little dark. I'm not gonna lie. I walked into a Kohl's the other day, and I get it that we're all just trying to be normal. I was returning an Amazon package, okay, and as I did that, I just walked around the store a minute, and I know that people are just trying to enjoy themselves. But like, I looked at everybody from cashiers to customers, and I almost cried. I was so upset that we're all sitting here blatantly wearing a mask, and it seems like that's going to be the rest of our lives because we have people that don't believe in it. And granted, it's COVID numbers are going down in our state, but whatever. It's just
by the end of the year, it'll be a lot better.
I hope
it may still be required in some places, but I don't think it'll be required everywhere.
I don't either. But like with that being said, I just heard the other day I think it's like up to 16% of America has only gotten their vaccinations.
Yeah.
And then with that being said, it's scary. It's like, my God, somebody grew up, or children grew up having to wear a mask. Some might be in that range that we talked about where they're
not even going to remember it.
Exactly.
But there are people where like this entire thing is like molding a part of like their molding of their
this could have turned growth. Somebody that this whole pandemic could have turned I don't want to say a normal human, but like an everyday Joe, and then now they have severe anxiety.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or they have clinical depression, or anything like that. It's a scary fucking thing, dude. It's just, I don't know, man. That's where I have a heart for people, because it breaks my heart seeing everybody like this.
Yeah.
It makes me want to punch Karens and Kevins and Kyles in the fucking face when they're not wearing a fucking mask in public. And all I have the balls to do, unfortunately, is scoff at them really loud. That's all I ever do. I wish I had the balls to actually say something.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah, well.
But people are going to do what they want to do.
You just try to do the right thing, and,
That's all I'm trying to do, man, and it sucks. I'm just trying to do the right thing. You think I want to – that's where I get aggravated. You think I want to wear this fucking mask? You think I want to walk into a store and I can't breathe the fucking cold AC air in the summertime? You think I don't want this? Like, fucking wear your mask so we can get done with this shit. I want to go to the movies again. I want to be around 60 to 80 fucking people, and we're laughing and crying at a fucking Marvel movie, man. That's what I want. We have Blade coming out in a couple years. A new Blade.
I want to be in a sweaty crowd of 1,000 people, half not wearing shirts and half passing around joints to each other.
Feeling a fucking vibe with everybody around you without saying a fucking word. That's what I want, because the music's fucking playing. I want to see Dead and Company before the fucking, no disrespect, before
Bobby
they
Weir.
Fucking keel over, dude.
Before the old Bobby Weir kicks the can.
Like, they're in their fucking 80s, for God's sakes, dude. Like, I'm just saying, I want this over just as much as the next person. But it's like, if you're not going to sit there and comply because you feel your rights are being taken away or advantage of, you're not helping the system.
You're fucking just stupid, honestly.
Like, do you park in the, like, I've talked about this before, and I'm sorry I'm going into it again, but do you park in a parking lot, or do you fucking do diagonally? Like, you park in a parking lot? Okay.
You just kind of park wherever, or do you just follow the rules that are set in place?
Right. Do you stop at a stop sign? Looks like you're fucking controlled too, bud.
Yeah.
Do you have a barcoded number that you were born with?
Right.
Looks like you're fucking, you got a cell phone that you like watching fucking whatever on? Oh, you're fucking controlled, dude.
People, dude, are just, so yeah, number 6, people.
It's a bother, and that's the biggest one. Oh my gosh.
Now that the stress is off of our chest.
What's that now?
A little bit. I said now that the stress is off of our chest a little.
It's just like the way I look. Even I bother my goddamn self. I mean, for example, I'm sitting here doing this entire podcast and I'm thinking about where my headphones fucked up at still. You know what I mean? That's just who I am as a person. People are fucking complex, obscure, and scarred creatures. That's a good way of putting it. So yeah. But yes, going into a lighter note, please let them know what number 7 is, man.
Wrestling. Old Wrastles.
You talking about wrestling?
You talking about wrestling?
Talking about wrestling?
Yeah. I know you're a big fan.
I am. I am. I actually never got into it until I was about 25 years old. It's around the time I met my girlfriend and her family. One day they were like, "Hey man, we don't have literally anything to watch the WWE network on in this pay-per-view, but we have it to where we can watch it. Do you mind coming over and bringing your PlayStation 3?" Well, at the time, I was really depressed. I didn't know these people for Up and Adam, and I thought it'd be good. And they're good people, don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh man, they talk too much. Is the downfall of the whole thing. As I was trying to learn the experience of wrestling. But anyways, I bring the PS3 over. We log in, we set it up, and I think the first pay-per-view I watched, I can't even remember, but it was in like 2015. I fell in love. I loved the ambiance of it. What I fell in love more with that got me more excited was the background shit. You know, the stuff that's behind the scenes. That excited me more when you saw the natural person, you know, walking off, hurt, bruised, whatever. Because wrestling, when it comes to this, I want to say this. Wrestling is fake, but it's also not fake. Those bumps are not fake. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're getting clotheslined. They're getting fucked up. You know, they're getting slammed on a piece of plywood. That shit's very real. The story might be scripted, but the wrestling is not fake. Those tosses is a professional fucking thing. That's why they say don't try it at home.
Yeah, they're practiced. They know how to avoid injury.
Right, and they have to learn to properly land. Like when they duplexed or something like that. If they land wrong, they might hurt their neck. Right. You know, or their spine. You never know. But I have fell in love with wrestling, and I fell kind of out of it. With that being said, it was because of like WWE. I stopped. The storylines were bullshit. They were just fucking stupid. They weren't exciting me anymore. There was no wrestlers that were exciting me until recently. Edge came back, who is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. I never watched him as a kid, but I ended up just loving his entrance, his persona, his appearance, his wrestling style, everything. And he's one of my favorites. And for any wrestling fan, I think this is probably true to anybody. When a return comes back, it's emotional. It's an emotional ride. Like, it gets me a little teary-eyed. And so, like, Edge is my dude, and he came back, and he's been wrestling since the Royal Rumble in January. He came back and destroyed fucking Randy Orton. Oh, man, that shit was a match. And, like, he lasted from number one. So, going back, if nobody knows what a Royal Rumble is, do you know what a Royal Rumble is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it is 30 men. They come out every 2 minutes, and you have to get tossed over the top rope. Well, Edge was supposed to be number 2 on the Royal Rumble. Well, he came out pissed as fuck, number 1. Pissed as fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously written in for the reasons I'm about to say. Spoiler alert as well. So he comes in, Randy Orton's number 2. They just start clacking at each other. And then Randy Orton gets an injury. You know what I mean? So Edge fights from literally 1 to 30. And then Randy Orton, I guess, is okay now, tries to sneak in behind him. It doesn't work out. And then he throws his ass over the ring. Edge is from number 1 to number 30, which is like an hour-and-a-half match, getting destroyed by different styles of men, different exertion, all that kind of shit. Fucking amazing for a 47-year-old man to do.
Right,
really fucking amazing. So that was like a moment for me. I fucking loved it.
You're like,
fuck
yeah.
Right? But like going into it, I fell out of love as well because, like I said, storylines are bullshit. They're stupid. The only person I really care about is Edge. So a new wrestling, what do you want to call it? Division, company, whatever, came into play about 2 years ago, called AEW, which is All Elite Wrestling. It is 100 times fucking better. It's kind of like old school Raw, which was the Attitude Era, if you will. And it's fucking phenomenal. They have
AEW?
AEW, All Elite Wrestling. And anybody that got fired over in WWE over the past few years because of this global pandemic went right over to fucking AEW, and they made them big fucking stars. Fucking stars. Like, AEW is doing it the way that I always thought when I was watching wrestling. You know what I mean?
Does
like,
Vince McMahon still do WWE? Like, he still runs it.
He still controls the whole fucking shabam, dude. Yeah, he. I don't know if he just.
He's a character within himself. Like,
he is.
Like he is Vince McMahon, but also he's the character Vince McMahon. You know what I mean?
And like, he hasn't,
so wild to me.
It is, but it's also neat. Like, they've done fucked up shit though. Like, Attitude Era was kind of dark, but it was also great because like they pushed the boundaries, and that's where wrestling really was. Wrestling, or at least for that time.
Right.
And Vince McMahon would always come out and like he'd end up having a feud with The Rock. He'd have a feud with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And if anybody knows, he likes to flick off the camera, or he likes to give the Stone Cold Stunner to Vince McMahon real quick. And then like he just shakes his head and flicks them off just like right in his fucking face. And then like he's pounding fucking beers. I mean, that's exciting, dude. And
right,
when you hear the fucking, you know, the glass break for Stone Cold and, you know, dum, 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 dum. That shit is very, very fucking like, it's a sell point. It sells you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And it's whether you're with it or you're not. You know, that's the whole thing. It's either you love wrestling or you hate wrestling, because you're going to see that cheesy shit that Vince McMahon did at his time, or you're going to see what Stone Cold did, or The Rock, or Edge and Christian, or Randy Orton, or, you know, Umaga, or fucking, you know, so I can name quite a few right now, you know, but it's just whether you're into that shit. Right. You know, because it's not always great. It's not like it's, you know, I'm a wrestling fan. It's not always fucking good. Sometimes it's stupid. Sometimes you can see that like a move was poorly choreographed and like somebody landed wrong. You know, there's shit that happens all the time, but it's very entertaining nonetheless. I fucking love wrestling. Now, did you watch it as a kid at all?
As a kid, I watched it a lot, actually.
Okay.
Super heavy into it. If we would like in my neighborhood, this was when I was really young. This was like third grade, probably fourth grade. Yeah, we would have like wrestling matches in our on the trampoline, and like all sorts of shit like that. It was a lot of fun.
It's awesome. I think all kids do that, even if you're not a fan of wrestling. I remember having a trampoline. You'd do a backflip, or you'd act like you were knocking them out with a clothesline or something like that. You know,
when I was young, my favorites were the Hardy brothers.
Bro, the Hardy Boys. Fuck. So they're not around anymore. They returned back in like 2016 or 2017 for a little bit, and then Matt sustained like a serious injury, and then it was Jeff right after him. Well, Matt ended up getting fired, so he went to AEW, and then Jeff's still at WWE right now. So
okay, I think Jeff was my favorite.
Jeff's I think the younger brother. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the one that's always like doing the swanton
bomb and shit.
Yeah, dude, that's my shit.
Yeah, and then I used to own on Nintendo 64. I had a wrestling game. It was WCF.
You mean WCW?
WCW versus WWF.
That's what it was, yes.
And that game was fucking tight. It was like you had Sting on there, and like
you have no idea. That game's rare as fuck. That game is rare.
I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, the reason because is WWF is WCW is no longer around. It got bought out by Vince McMahon.
When WWF turned into WWE, right?
Yeah, so it basically, it was like WCW randomly. Somebody was trying to fight him. It survived for a little bit, then it went down. Then it was WWF, and then it went to WWE.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Hell yeah! But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. The game was fun. As a kid, I remember it being super exciting. I had only probably watched a handful of
matches.
No.
Pay-per-views.
What is the name of the WrestleMania? Sorry, yeah.
Oh, WrestleManias. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the same for me. I never got into the WrestleManias until I got into this, and now it's actually like in my life. So like every year WrestleMania happens, it's like a Super Bowl for me. So food gets made, shit like that. We hang out. So
which is cool because like, you know, you got to have that thing, and like somebody else would like try to shit on WrestleMania.
There we go. Going back to people. Somebody would shit on it. Right.
And you're like, well, you fucking watched the Super Bowl. How pointless is that to you? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and I don't give a fuck about. I didn't watch the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't give a shit.
You're watching.
Packers were in. I'm a Packers fan. I would have watched it if Packers were in, but
true that.
You know, whatever. But no, like, It is. It's essentially the same thing. And for example, our buddy Patrick, he comes over every Saturday and we watch UFC.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we just watched the pay-per-view this past Saturday. It was fucking amazing.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude.
That's fun.
So like, go ahead.
So that's fun.
It is. It's real fun. I'm trying to get myself into sports, but like only so many entice me. You know, UFC is one of them. I only watch certain football. I wouldn't even call myself a fan. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm trying to get into hockey, which is my next thing that I'm trying to get into. I've been watching a few games lately. And then what do you call it? Wrestling. And that's literally my life. But I'm also that person too. I love bowling. I love watching bowling. I love watching golf. I love watching poker. You know, those are my shit.
Hell yeah.
So, I don't know.
Hey.
Sports are great.
It is,
anything that makes you happy, honestly, or make you entertained.
It's that thing that you like, and that's totally fine. So,
all right. So I look at it. Well, shit. I think this is a good cutoff, guys.
That's a wrap. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were like Doctor Strange in this shit right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is a wrap. We appreciate you. Please check us out on all of our social media sites. Also YouTube, if you want to check out the video visual of any podcast that we've done recent or up to episode 9. So 9, and from there, it's all up. I'm pretty sure it's 9, right? Is 9 the Christmas special?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yes,
pretty sure.
Yep.
So yeah, from 9 and on, definitely check us out on YouTube if you like visually watching us, and hit us up on our platforms. You know, we don't get I'll say it. I'll be honest. We don't get enough love on our platforms, guys. We got a few people that do hit us up, and we appreciate you 100%. If you have something that you want us to talk about, please let us fucking know in the comments. Yep. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Don't be shy now. Come on.
Right. Don't be shy. I feel like that's from like Holes. You know, I can fix that. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Such a good one. But yeah, don't be shy. I mean, we have up to like 500 listeners now through everything. So we definitely know that we got you guys. So definitely let us know, you know, what you want to listen to. So
yeah. Yep. Because, you know,
we're
here to do all sorts of different content. So
right. And next week is the music breakdown, the album breakdown. So look forward to that, y'all. Much love. Appreciate you guys.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.